What's up, guys? Welcome back. Captain Gamesta and the Super Fun Force. And on this channel, we obviously look at some awesome games, whether it's video games, board games, toy games, and we also look at toys, anime, comics, and stuff like that. So today we're going to look at Beyblade. Now, Beyblade is a fighting, battling tops game. You can customize and basically take on your friends, family, you name it, and have an awesome time. And you have to battle in stadiums, specially designed for the Beys. And I'm going to talk about my top favorite, best, most ultimatist, favoritist Beyblade stadiums. Let's start with number one, Pro Series. Now this is new, one of the most newest stadiums from Hasbro. There's another one that's just been released, but this is still number one because, as you can see here, it is quite the balanced stadium, meaning you have an even playing field here. Tornado Ridge has a nice wide area. There are 4 knockout pockets, and basically this is the standard right now coming out of Hasbro. Super fun and definitely recommended. The set itself is great because it sets up the new Pro Series Beys, which are closer to the official Takara Tomy Japanese Beys. Albeit some quality issues, I still think that the Pro Series will be a fun format to battle with if you want to play quote-unquote competitive by organized rules. This being its own format, I think will be incredible. And I think the Hasbro mainline should still be its own format, and as well as the Takara Tomys. But that's a discussion for a different video. Let's keep looking at the Beyblade stadiums. And number 2 is Hypersphere Vertical Drop. And basically this one, I'm just unboxing it for the first time. Boom! Look at that. This is awesome because it has this like pool skating kind of inspiration with these awesome rails here. You got these kind of vortex ridges here to promote fast spinning along the top, and the base can come sweeping down. There is no safe zone in terms of being knocked out. The battle is to the end. Whether you burst or you win by outspinning the opponent, this one is intense and super fun. Included Beys are pretty good on average. I think they're pretty strong. They give you some great options. You can't go wrong with the Hypersphere base at all. The performance drivers are generally wider, have great stamina, and they're made to be able to swoop around, stay vertical, and be on those walls, which gives them an edge over Speedstorm and previous Hasbro. Number 3, bam! We got the Speedstorm Volt Knockout. Now let's also unbox this one. This one is great too. I think it has really cool bays. It has kind of the Helios and the Hyperion, which you kind of see a lot. They're opposites. One spins right, one spins left, as you can see here. They have one that's a little bit more attack type, and one's a little bit more balance. So again, these make for great customizable Beyblades. Not quite as customizable in terms of the piece variety because they kind of just mirror each other compared to the vertical drop. But look at this. I also like the color. So with the vertical drop, I love that translucent blue and that white. This one comes in a little bit darker, but that's okay. It has a little bit more drama and mystery, as you can see here. And this one also is great because, once again, very little chance of escape. You only have these, kind of pockets here for the tabs, but pretty much the battles are going to happen to the end, meaning you're going to either get knocked out, bursted, or getting outspun. Interesting thing here is it has these 2 kind of surge zones that kind of pick up a little bit of speed and get in an attack. The only thing is sometimes Beys can get stuck here instead of battling it out in the middle. And essentially that kind of just gives the advantage to a stamina type. Doesn't happen all the time, but it is a viable strategy. Just be aware of. All right, cool. So that is that one. All right, next up, we're going to go with another Hypersphere. This one is epic, guys. So this one here, basically, the true vertical drop. Boom! This one is super exciting. I'd say this one it can be really extremely fun, or sometimes just like unpredictable, and you kind of wait for the climax. You didn't quite get it, but still, I gotta give props for sure because Hasbro is being very innovative and being very experimental and thinking outside of the box with their stadiums, and that's a huge plus. All right, so this one is ginormous, as you can see, and it comes with this extra piece here. that you can attach and you can drop, and then you can have the battle jump down to another level. That is super exciting. Not to mention, because it's so big, if you take off this piece, you kind of get 2 in 1, right? Where you have 2 different zones, and even if this is on top, you have the under zone. Now, like the previous sets, again, you notice the theme, they don't really have the knockout pockets, so it's either going to be burst or stamina victory. However, sometimes, just like in the previous set, if you're doing a one-on-one, you can get isolated and it comes down to a stamina spin. Sometimes you're just there watching them spin separately, but hey, that's still part of the fun, right? You can build attack, you can build defense, you can build stamina, balance type, and part of the strategy. I will say another big bonus, this is incredible for multi-bay battles. You can do 3-way battles with 3 friends, you can have 2v2s, you know, fun for the whole family, group of friends. So this is a great set to have if you want to play with multiple bays and have multiple people play at the same time. Cannot go wrong with the Vortex Climb Battle. All right, last 2, pretty quick. I want to give it up to the Red Speedstorm. This one is fun because we're going back to the kind of overall balance where you can win by burst, stamina, or knockout because it has 4 pockets here. It's very tall, and I'd say this can accommodate probably like 3 bays, but for a one-on-one battle, again, it's also perfect. And the nice thing is it has along the tornado ring, it has these kind of deeper curves here. So when something spins out and hits the corner, there's a chance that it might sweep back in and make an attack. So all in all, this kind of creates more faster attacks that spin around with the Speedstorm bays, and they can kind of come in and make a direct attack. So this is exciting. Last one, we have the orange Hypersphere one, and this is another one that has pockets for knockout, so you get that complete kind of victory point win condition, bursting, stamina, or knocking out in the pockets. So with this one, it has kind of a 4 clover shape here. So what you have going on with the Hyperspheres, but with any base in general, is as it makes its way around, it kind of swoops in to make these more kind of curved arced attacks. Not as fast as this one, where this one is a little bit more like bam, direct. This one's kind of like swoop and hit you a little bit. So it's still definitely fun to watch and to play with. And again, these can kind of, I'd say, accommodate 3 players and even 4 players. So there you guys go. If you're getting into the Hasbro Beyblades, this is the best time to do it. So much awesome stuff to choose from. You can still play with the Takara Beys, but honestly, those ones really work best with something that's more along the lines of the Pro Series or getting the Japanese stadiums that are more balanced, you know. But you could still play with this stadium and the Takara ones for sure. This is great. But as far as the rest of them go, or all of them, you'll have the most fun using your Hasbro Beyblades. All right, guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Let me know in the comments below what are your experiences with these stadiums, what are your favorite ones. And again, these don't come with Beyblades, by the way, they just come as is. But the other ones in the boxes all have a good selection to get you started. All right, guys, thanks so much for hanging out. We'll see you again. Peace.